Us employees and volunteers for Gulf Coast Growth Ventures and Keep Aransas County Beautiful were out this morning doing some cleanup work in Rockport. About 70 employees and their families from Gulf Coast Growth Ventures were helping with the cleanup efforts today. They performed beach cleanup and along roadways as well. If you'd like to take part in volunteer work like this or others, you can visit our website, KIIITV.com, to find out how.